Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So like I told you, I definitely see a big pullback in the first quarter. Then the master magician set up a distraction so the Fed can cut rates, and then we move up. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leverage to technology, and I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust. And we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in an ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence.
And right now, guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. Did get a pullback yesterday, slightly moving up as I'm doing this video. We know we had Jerome in the house, and we have the stock market flat also. And we know stocks and crypto should have plummeted after Jerome talked. But we know a distraction has to come around the corner. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates down, and we know they're going to start rising. And when Jerome Powell normally speaks, the bond market normally goes crazy. And, of course, yesterday it wasn't doing that. Guys, we know it's all manipulation. Yield rate should have skyrocketed yesterday once he stated he may not cut in March. And then, guys, we have the dollar up. We have volume in crypto slightly up. We have Tether and USDC. And, guys, this is crazy. And when I say it, yes, believe it. We have Tether with $2.85 billion in profit in a quarter. Guys, we have big banks that are not even making that. Do you realize how many small and medium-sized banks would not be in trouble if they were making this type of money? $2.85 billion in a quarter. You heard that correctly. You can't make this stuff up. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $615 billion. As we can see, it went up. They knew Jerome was going to be in the house. And, guys, he stuck to the script. 2% inflation. We have to be data dependent. As far from what he stated in the fourth quarter last year, which allowed a pump. And remember, guys, it's all manipulation. Unfortunately, the masses don't understand finances. So, of course, they stay distracted on things that don't matter. And it allows the NWO to do whatever they like. So, in the news, they're talking about the CEOs of big tech companies, while Jerome Powell the same day is speaking. Guys, the distractions work every time. These are the master magicians. But remember what the crypto teacher told you. This quarter will definitely have a decent pullback, but first we'll get that distraction. So therefore, they'll have an excuse to start cutting rates. We definitely know they're going to cut rates. This is an election year, guys. They're not going to let the economy tank on an election year. Next year, though, they're going to start pulling the rug. But remember, we're going to be going through hyper-deflation, and then all the machines are going to start moving on in. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then, guys, don't forget about the spot Bitcoin ETFs. We have Grayscale, BlackRock, Fidelity right now all down. But getting over into a little crypto news. We have Germany's banking giant DZ to pilot crypto trading this year. And don't forget, guys, they started a crypto custody platform later last year. And, guys, we know this is all about fees. The fact is the big banks are going to be the only ones left. And because of real-time settlement, it's not going to be that much money to be made. That's the reason why these small and medium-sized banks globally have to go away. Only the big ones are going to be standard. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Delegate Layer 0. We know JP Morgan loves Layer 0 to launch naming protocol clusters on Ethereum, Solana, and other chains. Also, we have Bybit submits license application in Hong Kong. And we know Hong Kong doesn't do anything without China. And WorldCoin under investigation in Hong Kong over data privacy concerns. And guys, we know the only reason why Hong Kong will be worried about privacy if they're not getting the data also. They're definitely not worried about the people. They may be worried about they're not getting that data that WorldCoin is getting. But we know when it comes to China and Hong Kong, privacy is definitely limited. Now we have UK police seize nearly 1.8 billion of Bitcoin from investment fraud in China. And we see governments globally getting free Bitcoin. At least that's what they're telling us. 1.8 billion of Bitcoin. Unbelievable. Now we have Celsius emerges from Chapter 11 bankruptcy, set to return over 3 billion of crypto to creditors. And the distribution will be made through PayPal and Coinbase. And the fees that Coinbase and PayPal are going to charge should definitely be waived. Now we have Corium adopts the ISO standard on-chain. And ISO are going to put all these financial institutions on the same page. Remember, interoperability, making things faster and freeing up liquidity. And lastly, guys, we have the Ripple co-founder Chris Larsen hacked. Reports unauthorized access to some personal XRP accounts. And guys, you know how I feel about hacks, especially when you're dealing with people who understand the technology and then have big money to protect their assets. To me, it just never adds up. But never forget, your life is an illusion and TV is your reality. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But guys, that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID Stories 3. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.